You're such an asshole.
So I will announce it. I know if I announce it on one video, that doesn't mean everybody hears it. But I'm not an immigration lawyer, guys. I don't know all the rules and laws. And I certainly don't know all the work rules and laws and visa rules between each individual country out there and these here United States of America. And so I can't consult beyond that capacity. You need to contact an immigration lawyer, and you need to contact a recruiter in the United States. Some basic things, but don't. My mom, like when I was, in finance, she's like, "Is this a good stock?" How the hell do I know? I didn't look at their financial statements. So I can only give you like, what would the word be? Global, logical, common sense, strategic, economic type of insights that'll help your chances and maybe work around the system. Not even violating the law. I'm not saying come here illegally and work in that manner. But just some things that will equip you no matter what country you're in. Oh, I want to live in the United States. I don't know why. But if you do, I mean, I guess there are countries that are worse. There are, no doubt. But, let's go through some basics here. So, Anonymous writes, "Hi, Aaron. It's been great to read some of your books and follow you on YouTube. Long story short, I will move abroad for various reasons. For example, too high tax rates when it comes to moving, too high tax rates. When it comes to moving to the U.S., I'm considered relocating to a low tax state, working as a Python developer or a data scientist." Okay, great. Cool. You can't do that now remotely. Look, I'm not a computer programmer, but I do have computer programming friends and associates. Okay, so logically, wouldn't it be I go grab a bunch of clients, I go get my travel visa, and I go to the United States or Mexico or Costa Rica or Colombia or Spain, and quite literally, it depends on the weather? That's great. You're in computer programming. You're in the data sciences. So you can work from a computer, right? I work full-time as a quantitative analyst for a large company in Europe, specializing in Python programming. I don't want to identify, but you're a quant. You're a quant. Yeah. You're not that quant. You're a quant, a quantitative analyst. I'm also writing my master's thesis, blah, blah, blah. However, I could relocate to another country without any problem. Okay. Do it. My thesis will have no effect on me putting in 60 plus hours a week. Okay. I have not been invited to any third interviews for any of the 10 jobs I applied when sending applications to U.S. companies in Florida and Washington. I hope you mean Washington State, not Washington, D.C. I swear to God, I hope you're not applying in the Seattle area. If you here, let's make you make your money back. All right. You paid me not a ton of money, but some. Please get the book Reconnaissance Man. And make sure you move to only one of the 7 states listed there and the areas within. It'd be a shame you get a job and you got to work in Tacoma and see all the white, tatted up, washed up Gen X or liberal Marxists poop in the streets. Unless that's your thing. Do you like women who are starting to get wrinkly face and wrinkly boobs who got tattoos? I've not been invited to any third interviews for any of the 10 jobs I applied when sending an application. All right, 10 jobs is not a lot. That's not a lot of applications in the United States. Literally hundreds. Back in my day, you sent out hundreds. In contrast, when I apply to jobs in Scandinavia, I get most of the positions that I interview for. All right. Yeah, but then you got to live in Scandinavia, where there's also white people that hate themselves. We should have the white people hating themselves Olympics. Like the Swedes would enter a candidate. Finland kind of stood up to the Russians a little bit. Norway. I think the Germans are pretty self-loathing. And then we got to get white liberal women in Tacoma. I got to get Minnesotans. Got to get the Minnesotans in there. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm considering getting a job at one of the 2 main consultancies, possibly relocating to the U.S. office after several years. However, I'd like to move to the U.S. before working several years in Scandinavia due to opportunity costs related to career and savings. On the other hand, I could increase the sample size significantly regarding applications. There you go. However, in your opinion, what would be the best way to enter the U.S. job market given the type of job I'm looking for? Okay, so we'll go. Let's go through the way you want to do it, and then we're going to go through it the way I recommend you do it. All right, which will broaden your horizons. All right, more. 10 resumes. That's all you sent out. 10. That's it. And we're at a labor shortage because thankfully our American men don't work. All right. We don't work here. Why don't you the answer to that is everything. Why don't you get a job? Why don't you go to school for a STEM degree? We sound like wounded, buffalo out here in the United States. That's all of our young people. So I think you just got to apply for more jobs. The other thing, you only applied what? Florida and Washington? What about Texas? What about Tennessee? What about any place where a quantitative analyst? Now, with your background, I would recommend, if you just want to get in the United States, Connecticut, a lot of insurance companies. I think Ohio has some insurance companies, but these are crap states. I don't know if you want to live there. But yeah, send in more than 10 applications. My God, you ask out 10 girls, you expect zero success with that. You got to, the volume, way more. It is very common back in the day before all of our young people were, you'd send out 100 resumes. Easy. And then maybe 5 would get back. And then you could kiss the boomer ring. They'd lie to you about the job description. So I would, send out direct resumes and applications. If you could get into those consulting companies, okay, if you want. If you like working with a bunch of douchebags, all right. I think maybe you're going to have to go New York because of the financial centers. But I'd go anywhere you can. But then I would also contact recruiters. Now, don't do, what is it? Robert Half, Kelly Services. No, find recruiters that specialize in your field. Mathematics, data science, finance, insurance, actuarial science, that kind of thing. Another thing you might want to think about is maybe passing your actuarial exams here in the United States. That might open some doors for you. But I would go do some research, at least an hour, and find some recruiters in the United States that specialize in high-level placement for your field. All right. What those are, I don't know. I haven't applied for jobs in years. I wonder if it'd be great. Boomer Hunter. Oh, please. An eminently qualified old baby boomer boss Boomer Hunter. Here's a dream job. I'll be happy. Shink, shink. Let's go. But I'm on a fixed income. Not anymore, you ain't, Gramps. Nice house you got here. Too bad it's reverse mortgage. Oh, yeah, the bank owns it now. So I'd be going to the recruiters. I go on discussion boards and forums like, how do I get in? Look at the H1B process, HB1, H1B process, whatever it is. Find some recruit. That's what I would do, and have them do the work for you. But yeah, man, it's going to be half an hour a day at least. You get back from your regular job. If you do your thesis thing there, go ahead and start studying now, or not studying, but applying for jobs. So that's how you could do it your way. My way, I don't know why you want to work for large corporations, why you want to work for an employer. This. Why don't you, with your skills, start getting side work? Why don't you build up a portfolio or a clientele of customers, and then you just make sure that they're remote? Like, no, I'm not visiting you. It's all remote. I do the programming, I do your modeling, you do whatever. and then you work from the beach. And that's where I got to get younger people. Why do we commute? Look how long it took Americans to get off the commuting campaign. We've had the technology to work from home since the late 90s. But baby boomer bosses, who, once again, there's a special place in hell for them, they couldn't allow that. We had to ruin another generation of families with commuting. It takes a long time for a culture to mentally adapt. You don't have to wait for the culture. You have a talented skill. And maybe you're not working for a employer. Maybe you're not working for a prestigious, large European, self-loathing employer. But maybe you work for a bunch of little employers. Maybe you get a bunch of clients and contracts. And then it doesn't matter if they're in Germany or France or Sweden or the United States or wherever they are. You go and you open up your laptop. You go, I don't know where I want to live in the United States. You go buy a van and you drive around the United States working out of your van. You go staying in warm places, working on beaches. You start in St. Petersburg, Florida, not Russia. You go to Texas, you wear a hat and you say howdy and you eat some brisket. Yeah, that's not enough. And then you go down to Louisiana and you eat some Creole food and you talk slow and you relax and then you get robbed. Well, I don't like that either. Then you go to Tennessee and you shoot some guns and you drink some moonshine and you go riding your motorcycle on the Dragon's Tail. And you're working out of the van, you're working at coffee cafes, you're working out at Airbnbs. Why don't you do that? And that's something young people got to understand. Your employer and your employment is already untethered from physical locations if you choose the right thing. Now, if you're a tradesman, yeah, I mean, you're a plumber, well, you got to fix that toilet. You can't do that remotely. You're a lineman, you got to put those electrical wires over there. You can't do that from home. But you're a data scientist, you're a programmer, you're a quantitative analyst. When you're sending out resumes, I would almost insist online only, work from home, and I could work from my laptop. No, I'm not coming into the office. Absolutely not. Not unless you want to get here, you're so desperate to get to the United States. But that's if you want one employer. So I'm wondering, why haven't you struck out on the entrepreneurial route and built up a nice little portfolio of clients on the side? You got enough education, okay? Unless you're going to start certifying for actuary science and becoming an actuary or a CPA or something like that. You got enough, okay? Enough education. And why don't you start building up a clientele of remote clients? And that's what I'm trying to point to everyone outside of the individual client here. For all you young men and women, there's nothing wrong with the trades. I'm not slamming it. But there's a lot of opportunity out there, whether it's computer programming, accounting, or telemedicine, whatever. And because it's so hard to hire full-time employees for large corporations, you got to put through training, and they can't find it. They're doing all the woke and political propaganda and the Marxist BS. And it's like, no, we're not going to do it. Not going to do it. I predicted this in the future. Not only are you going to have small entrepreneurs and small businesses that need a project done here or there, and you could build it up, but large corporations are going to be so hamstrung, so hands tied behind their back with all the politics and hiring people, not because of their abilities, but because they make an affirmative action checkmark box. The real work is going to have to be outsourced. It is going to be outsourced. And you say, yeah, I'll do it, but I'm not coming in the office. I do it from home. You are not my boss. I'm a hired gun. I'm a contractor. You give me the job. I do the job. You pay me. You shut the F up. And no, I'm not going to your diversity and inclusion training. That, I think, is going to be fertile ground. I think there's going to be more opportunities there. And if you guys position yourself, or in your case, the client's case, you already have the skills, start tossing a couple lines in those waters. Start fishing in those holes. So the way you want to do it, yeah, okay. Send out more resumes, more than 10. Contact a recruiter. Go on discussion boards, figure out how you can find a job as a data scientist. To me, a much simpler and direct route, which will offer a lot more things where you don't have to work at a downtown office commuting, tolerating boomer bosses who didn't save up enough money for retirement because they're on the third divorce. You go get a bunch of clients, you scale down your expenses, you go buy a van, and you go travel the United States a little bit, you don't even have to be a citizen. I know. I mean, like it's a travel visa. This is where Matt, this is again to expand, like, oh, but then I won't be a citizen of the United States. So what? You're here for 3 months. You could still buy land. You could still buy property. You could still have a truck or a van. And you spend your time here during the summer when it's nice and warm and your visa is about to expire. Okay, go to Mexico or go to Spain or go to wherever else you want to go. Go to Canada. I don't know why you do that. Maybe hey, oh, I forgot. They'd win see, I take it back. Canada hates itself the most. They'd win the Olympics every time. So we'd only be fighting for silver after that. I'm sorry. I forgot about Canada. They would be a powerhouse in the self-loathing Olympics. And then you just go to the British Columbia, go to the Canadian Rockies, chill out in summer. And then you come to the United States, you go down south when it's winter, it's warm. Or maybe it's not warm enough, and you go down to Mexico on a nice Pacific coast. And then you get bored with that. I'm going to go down to Colombia. I'm going to go here. And maybe, like, in other words, not only is fixed location, in-person dependent employment obsolete, so is residency, so is citizenship. Now, maybe you got to pay your European taxes because that's where it is. But I don't know why people are, well, we have to commute. We have to commute. But the internet will set us free. No, I have to do it this way. So I'm asking you to expand your mind. You could say, well, the U.S. might tax me. The U.S. might. Well, then you just, look, let's say I was a foreigner. Okay. I wasn't from the United States. I was a Canadian. All right. And I set up asselconsulting.ca. Okay. And I came down to the United States. I started working on my consultation. I don't know what the rules are, the employment laws are between Canada and the United States. I don't know if the United States would be like, oh, you can't work while, no, I'm on a travel visa. And even if I wasn't, like, let's say a student, so got a visa, I was down here in the United States traveling, they're not going to know that I'm making my money while working. I'm not taking any U.S. jobs. And so if you're self-employed, I think you avoid a lot of that. And if you run into any country, whether that's the United States or your home country that allow, you can't work while you're there, F them. How are they going to find that out? How? All right, let's say they're really hard and fast. You might face jail. Then just don't go to that country. Because, man, in one of these days, I'm going to get off my ass and book a flight out to Asia. Why Asia? Because I want to go to a culture that doesn't hate itself, where it's stable. And I'm left alone in a nice little hut on a beach. And I could do my work. I don't think the Thai government is going to give a damn if I'm doing consulting from my little, the American lives in that hut. He has left us. He's been very nice to us. He doesn't bother anyone. He doesn't hit on our women. Matter of fact, he's like, no, thank you. Thank you. I've had enough. Thank you. So you could do it the regular. You could do it the old school way. Here's my application, HR Quanta, ha. Hey, I'm a quant and you're a quant, except I'm one that works for a living and you're an HR quant. Spelled with the C. Here's my resume, Miss 24-year-old girl who doesn't know anything about statistics. Can I please work for your fine corporation in a crime-ridden leftist crap hole? With commutes and paying for parking? Yeah, America, hey, let me get shot now. You could do it that way, or I'm just thinking like you go get some clients and you can bypass this work visa nightmare. Because I think the younger generation, those that have a little bit of hustle and bustle, I think we're done with this boomer BS. Like, no, I need this work done now. Here's the boomers. Where are you black? Are you Hispanic? Are you a woman that likes to lick woman vagina? Oh, we don't know if we get now we're going to go through a 4-stage interview process, and now you need a master's preferred, bachelor's required. What do you think about working for your doctor? Are you in your doctor? Oh, now we have community time because we're a family here at the XYZ Corporate. We expect you to show up on weekends and nights. And America, hey, go suck on my schlong. Or you get, hey, Bob, I need someone to program a model for me. I need someone to maintain this. I need someone to do a little bit of, do that. I'll do it on the internet, but okay. They're not even going to ask where you are. Hey, you got that money? Yeah, here, I'll email it to you. Oh, thanks, Bob. Where are you today? I'm in San Diego. Oh, California. Yeah, but this is the one place that doesn't suck so much. Cool. Where you going? I think I'm going to go down Puerto Vallarta. Just take my motorcycle down there. When you have to worry about the cartels, don't start none, won't be none, is what I hear. Oh, cool. Where you going after that? Don't know. Don't care. Gonna see how it is. Have myself some seafood tacos. Chill out. So link below, 3 links. One to asshleconsulting.com. Another one to my course, Achieving Financial Excellence, which everyone should take if you're having financial troubles. And then my Amazon affiliate link. So if you want to buy something on Amazon, don't go to Amazon.com. And for God's sake, quit being a Zoomer. I got my app. It's on an app. The app. Next to your Buffalo brother who doesn't work for a living. Why don't you go like an old boomer on the computer? Click that link and do all your Amazon shopping there, because I get a 5% commission and cut. And no, it doesn't cost you anything more. Aaron, will you know that I bought a bunch of rhinestone dildos? No, I will not. It doesn't provide me that information. It just takes 5% away from Jeff Bezos, who tends to be a leftist. So I don't know. It's a win-win-win-win-win for all of us. Let's see if there are any super chats this morning. Hat and clogs, $2. Guten howdy, Cappy. Guten howdy, Hat. Scrolling. I saw another one down here. It is a little early in the morning. Adherent of Lady Columbia. That almost sounds like authentic and official for $5. Hey, Cappy, any advice on the job of sales representative? You're in the trenches. You're in the trenches. You're selling cell phones at the Verizon store with all the other ex-convicts. Recently, job and a lot of companies on Indeed have been interested in me as an employee. That's okay. Adherent. Let me guess. You have no real skills or training, right? Ooh, sales representative, huh? I got my payroll processor. Not to bore you, but I got to pay payroll taxes. Not to bore you guys with taxes. I think I'm on my 3rd representative, and you could just tell, like, okay, you just scrape at the bottom of the barrel here. These people, there's nothing wrong with these people, but they don't have any skills or talents. And these are the jobs where they're not stable, they're not reliable, they pay crap, they overpromise you on your sales commission. What are you selling? Cell phone plans? What? Why are you in the trenches? Why are you working with Becky and Ladasha and let's throw in a dumb what's a dumb white dude's name? Bucky? Keith. There we go. Keith. There's a guy who doesn't have a job. Keith. Why are you working with these people who are going to get in fights? You disrespecting me and all, yo. Why? Why are you in that job? Why? Go into the military. Go work as a security guard at night. Have nothing to do with these people. Are you selling something that people really want? Or is it, hey, do you need a new warranty for your used car? My truth, $2. Get all that sweet commish, bro, dude. Thank you, my truth. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be going over to Chad Elkham's accounting hour in 40 minutes. It's 9:30 his time. What time is it now? It's 9:30 my time, 11:30 his time. So in half an hour, go to the Elkins Accounting Hour on YouTube. We'll be over there. We have good news to share. Good news. I had a young lady listen to me. A young lady, a teenage girl, which is debatable if there's even a brain in there. You know, usually they think we speculate. Scientists speculate 18-year-old girls have brain stems, so the functions of all the body work, but there's no brain. This one has a brain, and she listened to what I said. So I'm very happy. We'll be talking about that on the Elkins Accounting Hour. Plus, Chad is going to be in pain. Do you like seeing other people suffer? I like seeing other people suffer. Watch Chad suffer because he's in busy season with taxes and people are sending him stupid questions. America. Better days. £4, £4.49. Is that correct? 49 pence. I don't know the subunit currency. He has nothing to say, but thank you very much. That's like $6 American. Adherent Lady of Columbia again, $10. Thanks, Cap. I was assistant store manager, so I'm better with a lot of retail settings. All right. I've also gotten messages from account managers and jobs that will train me as an extermination technician. Dude, I'd do the exterminator thing. Absolutely. Just go do that, man. That's a good trade. Look out for the chemicals. But I have way more fun fighting the scorpions down here in Vegas than I did ever working at a bank. It's more fun to work with scorpions and termites and black widow spiders and tarantulas than it is Keith, Ladasha, and Becky at the call center at T-Mobile. All right? I would do that. Better days. $1.70, a bucks, a quid 79, huh? Look at that. What do you think about Dan Pena advice? I never took a thing from the guy. I did a Clary test on him. I mean, I was kind of impressed with him. I don't know anything about the guy, though, like his advice. I've never had a consultation with him. All right, there we go. Questions, answers, ASOconsulting.com. See you guys later. Toodles.